Hey there, what's up guys, this is CryptoMac and we are watching Crypto Crick series. Hope you guys are doing great today. Before going to this video, please like this video and also subscribe this channel in order to support this channel. So today we are going to see two different projects in Polkadot ecosystem, and this is a different niche actually. Yesterday we have seen about a different niche about scaling projects in the Polkadot ecosystem, and here today we are going to see about IoT projects. So Internet of Things. This is mostly the future project, and it will have high potential in futures because in future there will be lots of things going to happen like smart cities and artificial intelligence, smart devices. Everything will be in future based on artificial intelligence and data transfer, everything related to these things. Okay, so because of these things, demand for these platforms will be more in futures in around 5 years or about 10 years. So now we are going to see these projects in Polkadot ecosystem, and as usual we'll be starting with market analysis in CoinGecko. Then we will be seeing those projects, and it has huge potential guys, and what are they delivering. And if you see how they are planning things and how it will works in future, it's amazing guys. So stay tuned and let's dive into this video. Now let's start with market analysis in CoinGecko, and if we see the top 10 coins past 24 hours performance, we will be having Bitcoin 0.6% up, moving sideways, Ethereum 1% up, XRP 1.8% up, Bitcoin Cash 3.9% up, Binance Coin 0.4% up, Polkadot 3.2% up, Chainlink we have 2.6% up, Bitcoin SV 5.5% up, Litecoin 2.1% up. If you see the top 10 coins, that is some of the coins are slightly bullish, but other than that it's moving sideways. But we can't say it's bullish because it's around 2%, 3%. It's not that much. The market is still moving sideways. In terms of top 10, not top 10, in terms of past 24 hours gainers, top gainers we will be having REN 20.4% up, so it's quite bullish in terms of the price. You can see the REN, it is 20.4% up. Ocean Protocol 17.8% up, Elrond 14.6% up, Uniswap 11.9% up, VeChain 11.6% up, Aave 9.6% up, Synthetix Network 8.7% up. So these are the gainers, and in terms of gainers, if you see really gainers in the sense, we'll be having REN, Ocean and Elrond. Some of them, these are the things in 2 digits. Other than that, it's slightly bullish. You can say it's slightly recovering from the previous dump. And in terms of losers, that is past 24 hours losers, we have Earn Finance minus 8.2%, Band Protocol minus 5.5% down, UMA minus 5.1% down. But you can see not much losers guys, because you can see here this is minus 8. Other than that, you can see minus 5, minus 2, minus 1, and these are stable coins. So there is no losers guys. It's very much low, and because overall market is sideways, that's more important. Overall market is moving sideways. And if you see now, that's all for this market analysis. Now we can see the Polka project. So we are going to see the Polka project, and the niche is IoT. So the IoT project in Polkadot ecosystem, we are going to see this one. One is Robonomics and another one is MXC. So these two things have tokens. We are going to discuss about these two things. So first we are going to see about the MXC project, then we will be seeing the Robonomics. So in terms of MXC, what they are doing is, you can see this is the MXC website, and you can see here your free smart city IoT networks on blockchain. So it's mainly about IoT network, and it's mainly they are doing is doing data transfers. So this blockchain is mainly for data transfers, and they have a token, and I forgot to take the token. Wait a minute. MXC. So this is the token, and that actually the token name is Mission Exchange Coin. The full form is Mission Exchange Coin, and you can see it is trading around $0.019. And if you see the price, max price, it had went to a high of, during the recent times, went to a high of, all-time high, you can see here, $0.04. Now it's had a significant drop, and it is minus 54% down from all-time high, and you can see it's around $0.019. So it's still moving down, and it's better to wait for a consolidation before entering into the project. And this project is really important in terms of IoT providing informations and providing data, exchanging data, and they are having data mining. You can see the M2M token. MXC is a ERC20 token, which is used to top up MXC supernodes to cover downlink fees associated with the LP1 device roaming. LP1, actually this is that and they are also providing staking. You can see staking provides MXC community members with the opportunity to share in MXC supernode profits. A small percentage of all network fees transacted through a supernode is split between supernode operator and supernode stakers and the MXC Foundation. So this is how you can stake. We have an app, so if you want to stake, just you can download the app and you can stake it. See, meet MXC Data Dash, the world's data mining app, just got a whole lot more powerful. Actually, as an app, it is available on Google Play Store and also on Apple Store. So you can download that and you can stake, earn and relax. So you can using that app. By using that app, you can stake your MXC token. This is how it works. See, it's more about data. It's everything is about data, how it will, how they are transferring data, and this is any individual can provide data. This is MXC mining hardware, so a simple mining hardware. So anyone is able to set up LP1 gateway and earn MXC by sharing their network. So anyone can use this, and they can be a node, and they can able to set the LP1 gateway. When you join the network, MXC guarantees that your MXC mining hardware will earn MXC during the first year. So this is how it works. And if you see the supporters, you can see it's they are Fenbushi Capital is there. It's one of the important capital, and VeChain is there. VeChain is also in partnership with MXC. And this is more about having the data transfer. And if you see, they are still active, and if you see the YouTube page, they are still active in the YouTube channel. And what they are specifying is this, you can see here. Actually, what they are doing is, you can see, you can set up a LP1 locally, and you will be having connection to the sensors. So sensors will get the data, and you will be getting the data, and you will be transmitting the data to, for example, it's a local university for MXC tokens, and for the change of MXC tokens. And then what will be happen is, now another developer wants some information, some weather information for their app. So they will request data from this local university. So they will get subscription from this local university. It's like a normal local university. They will get subscription from the local university, and so they will pay some fees, and because of these subscriptions, and these apps are directly connected to this LP1. So by giving information, you will be earning MXC tokens. That is how it works. That is how MXC in crypto, that is economics works. Actually, by sharing the data, by providing different data to the users, you will be earning MXC tokens. This is how it works, and it is very much important because nowadays we don't know why people are thinking why we need data in it's like we will having Google. It's not normal data. Actually, this is a data transfer between IoT devices. Every IoT devices need data. That is more important. All the IoT devices and smart devices, in order to perform their task of their own, they need data. They need actual data, real world data. So these data are very much important in future. If you see in 2 to 3 years or in 5 years, we will be seeing everything running automatically. That is, everything will be depending on data, all the devices. So data are very much important. That's why now data science and other stuffs have high value in this particular stage. So in future, most of the things will be smart devices, and that smart devices needs data. So by providing data, you will be incentivized using MXC tokens, and this is good, guys. This is good. And in future, it has I think it will be one of the major project in the IoT sector. So you can have a look on this project, and it's an important project. And in terms of the price, you can see it had a recent pump. And now it is 50% down from all-time high. So it's a wait for a consolidation, then you can enter into this project. Then what next project we are going to see is this one, that is Robonomics Network. So before that, we need to see the token, that is XRT. If you see, that is this is a token. This is a token that for Robonomics Network. Actually, the token is Robonomics Network XRT. The ticker is XRT, and it is now staying at $9.2. The price is $9.2, and if you see here, and this is the total supply, and this is circulating supply. If you see the circulating supply, it is too low, and in terms of market cap, it is still low, guys. It's a small project. It's a small project. You can see here it's in 432 rank. So in terms of market cap, also it's still low. Because why it is still low is these are future projects actually. The Robonomics and other things, IoT projects are future projects. It has high value, and it's now staying on the ground. That is more important. Because you can see here, this is a low cap project. Why it is still low cap is it's a future project. Now only you can see lots of applications are coming on. So this is more important project, and you can see the price, how it behaves. It was staying around $1. It's like $1, and it had made a high of $461. Maybe it is not mentioned here. So all-time high looks like $460. Maybe I think they have done some token transfer. Maybe it's like denomination like Polkadot did. I think that, because that's why it's not available in the chart. If you see the chart, it has a recent high. It has a recent high of around $40, $42. This is a recent high, and from there it drops to $9. Still low. You can see from $40, it's $9 is still cheap. And in terms of what they are delivering is huge, guys. Actually, you can see it's in dot ecosystem before. And another thing is, it's also listed on Uniswap, that is Etherscan. And it made a high of, in this chart, if you see, it made a high of $70 in the start of this year. Then it dropped significantly, and then it is had another pump, then it's dropping significantly. So let's see what they are doing. It's a more important project actually. What they are doing is, this is their website. You can see robonomics.network, Robonomics network. And you can see Robonomics Network is a set of open source package for robotics, smart cities, and industry 4.0 developers. So this is future. This is mainly focusing on, this project is mainly focusing on futures. And you can see mainly for robotics, smart cities, and industry 4.0 developers. And first thing is in terms of Robonomics, what they're doing is, Robonomics is a ready to work and open source platform which can use to connect your robot as a service for end users. So robot as a service for end users. So this is just an open source platform. Actually, Robonomics is an open source platform where you can use your robots to provide services for the users. That is more important. We support Web3 technologies and that implement the exchange of technical and economical information between humans and machines. So they are using they are supporting Web3 technologies, and so because of that, exchange of technical and economic information between the humans and machines can be implemented. So this is about the Robonomics, and I will attach this article. You can have a look on it. And one more thing we have to see is this one. This is the main thing. They are how they are providing, how they are going to work. This is a plan. So we know that in future, that is this is an era of industry 4.0. That is we will be having industrial revolution, right? So this is the industry revolution, that is 4.0. And in terms of that, most of the workers will be replaced by the robots. In future, now itself, in most of the industries, we are having automations. We are having most of the functions are performed by robots. In future, if you say now it is, if you can say it is semi-automatic. Semi-automation means there will be human interventions. But in future, if you see in terms of artificial intelligence and in terms of other smart robots and smart cities, you will be having like different devices that can be fully automated, not depending on the human works. That is, it will not be semi-automatic. It will be fully automated by using the data. That is how artificial AI works. By using data and other things, the smart devices can be made fully automated. So you can see economic theory considers an issue of economic management, the conditions of all unlimited needs and limited resources. Okay, I am not going deep into this. I will just have a look on what they are delivering. I will attach this article also. You can have a look on it. So this is how it works. You can see here production 1, smart factory is there, production 1, production 2, and using more number of robotic devices, that is smart devices. This is the production. Demand, you can see demand is over here, and if you see demand 2, it's significantly reducing because there's a production. They can deliver more number of products at the shorter period of time and cheaper cost. But this is not if you use only one and other things are using human means, production 2 will not be having that much demand, since the price and the delivery of the projects will be low. So the production will be low. So you can see the production line 1, that is the production 1 has huge demand. This is because of implementing these devices. That is more important thing. There is a cyber physical system, that is CPS. This is how the economy of robot works. The enterprise that are controlled by cyber physical systems, CPS, provide services at autonomous agents. This is more important, and CPS is important in terms of futures. So this is the idea of cyber physical system. And it is important to take account the use of market mechanism for network integration imposes a requirement to replace CPS as economic agents while designing robotized services. Similar to a firm in the economy, cyber physical system, CPS integrates lots of robots into a closely connected network of sensors and actuators that are capable of organized collaboration. So what is CPS? It will integrate lot of robots in a closely connected network. That is, they will be having sensors and actuators. The sensors will get the data and it will send to actuators. Actuators will work according to the information from the sensors. That is how it will works. And you can see this is a general outline how it works. Smart factory, robot logistics. So it will be given to inventory, that is stocks. From the stocks, robot controller, it will go to shop. Everything is connected actually. That's more important. Everything will be connected using, and all our smart devices, robots, and it is connected using these things, a cyber physical system. So this is about this liability of machines, and you can see using a vending machine. Actually, vending machine is one of the automated automated self-service for providing coffees and teas. For example, if it is a coffee vending machine, it's one of the automation. And other thing what you have to do is you have to now it is a semi-automatic, since we have to fill the vending machine with coffee bean and other things, waters. And if that also get automated by using the smart devices like a drone, and it's like you can automate that also. So this is more important. If you are automating that, what will happen is this: once it is getting low, the supply inside, that is the product inside this vending machine is getting low, it will give signal to these providers. Then they will be providing with the raw materials. So this is how it works. And what is the Robonomics platform? So what is the purpose of Robonomics platform? We call the network of CPS. CPS is cyber physical systems working as a service and united on the basis of market mechanisms and Robonomics network. Actually, Robonomics is a general platform that is going to integrate all the CPS, that is cyber physical systems, that is they will be integrating in this platform and they will be providing services from this platform. It's like a general platform, major platform for IoT services. We are considering a scheme that allows us to organize an Robonomics network using technologies that are already exist. So they are going to use this, and you can see based on the result of experiments and carried out between 2015 and 18, we propose using Ethereum as an infrastructure that provides minimum necessary facilities for combining technical and economic parameters of the machine's liability to implement a user-aligned behavior model. So they have been using Ethereum. They have been experimenting with Ethereum as an infrastructure. And with the implementation of their ability to create its own segment in the Ethereum network, Robonomics can exude into segment with increased capacity. Robonomics allows repeatedly increasing number of possible execution of the contractual liabilities by robots in order to cover the request of the whole industry 4.0 with a transaction value of $1,000, over $1,000. So this is they are mentioning about the Robonomics platform, and this is how it works. This is a life cycle in the Robonomics network. So the first will be CPS. For example, if you see, these are the CPS systems, we have robots and all other things, and we'll be having it will be having different contracts, and it will be providing, for example, offers and prices of the products, and it will be providing these things. Then second, what will happen is the user publish demand optionally indicating the observing network. So what will be happen is these things will be sent to the these things will be sent to the lighthouse, and it's a major thing. And demand from these offers and other things, the demand from the users will be sent to this lighthouse. So this is how it connects. This lighthouse is the intermediary. And what is the lighthouse? Lighthouse find consensual supply and demand, then send transaction of creating a contract liability of the CPS to the users for implementing a behavioral model. So this is the supply and this is the demand, right? So what will happen is it will find the actual supply and demand by comparing these two data, and then it will send the information to this one. It will be connected to smart contract, that is smart contract ready, that is XRT, and from there this information will go to here, that is the fourth one. The CPS sees the contract liability with the services already paid by the user and then starts implementing the services. So from this the information will be go to this factory and they will confirm the users the fees paid by the users. Then it will send to through different hashes like this. After service implementation of CPS sends a message with the IPFS hash of transaction log accomplished due to the service implementation. From there it will go to these things, these validators. They will verify these hashes, and the observing network signed CPS transaction log according to the decision it took, and send this message to the communication channel. Then it will again send the information to communication channel. This is how the summon works. And next 8, what will happen is the lighthouse receives the message from the communication channel and settles the transaction with the Ethereum blockchains. So finally, after the verification, everything is done, then this lighthouse get the message from the communication channel, and it will finalize the transaction with the Ethereum blockchain. So as a result of transaction settlement in the liability contract, the commission fees of observing network releases and it's transferred to the account of observer. Also, the emission of fee of Robonomics network gets released and it's transferred to the account of lighthouse providers, and CPS gets also its fee. So this is how it will work, the life cycle in the Robonomics networks. And this is the token, there is Robonomics token XRT. The task of Robonomics token is to ensure the work of decentralized network for servicing smart cities and Industry 4.0 in the Ethereum infrastructure. So this is the task of the Robonomics token, and this is how it works. The launch of smart contract, smart factory by users, scalability, and you can have a look on it. This is one of the use cases, and you can see this is the tag for this prawn. So you can able to if you use the QR code scanner, and if you scan this one, you can see the life cycle in the sense the product cycle of this prawn, from when it has captured from the sea, when it is went into these industries, when it is processed, how long this prawn is stored in the storage, and then how long it would take to transfer from storage to the shop. So you will be getting the whole product cycle of this prawn. This is one of the use cases that has been implemented. The second one is smart yacht safe environment. This is all about regarding the pollution control. So we will be having devices like this. They will be getting a different air pollution and different air pollution data, and it will be transferred to governments, and it will be transferred to city administrations. So this is how it works. So the data will be collected using the sensor, then it will be sent to different departments. So every citizen using the sensors, they can also collect data, and they can also be a data provider. So which will help to get a better environment. And this is one of the another use cases, that is robot artist. So this is how it works, and these are the use cases, and there are several other use cases also. And if you see, this is a Robonomics network DApp account, the DApp page. You can connect your wallet, and then you can connect to using your wallet. You can use these services. You can see public blockchain stamp. This is what we see now, and we saw now. And next is Fuji weather. Get weather on Fuji mountain. How it will provide the weather on that particular area. and smart building offsetting, carbon footprint clearance for smart buildings based on geolocation and energy consumption information. So how much the building is consuming energy, how much the building is emitting CO2. So this is how this is regulating these things, and we are getting data from these smart buildings, and using that data we are managed to control the pollutions. Environmental assets tokenization, so emission of carbon units and green certificate based on the data from renewable energy sources. These are the things they are providing, and the payment will be in DAI stable coin. So provider is DAO IPCI IoT connection. So this is we know this is an open platform where most of the service provider can provide services. So these are provided from these service provider. And next is, you can see drone passport registration. So global drone registration service in Ethereum blockchain. We can register the particular drone's passport. Drones need passport, right? So drones passport, and the provider is distributed key. Payment token is DAI. This is one of the service, and another one is drone flight report. So drone flight public reporting services. This is about providing the report on how where it is going to, the drone is going to perform. So you can see have a route log. So this is also provided by distributed key. And decentralized sensor networks. This is provider is Robonomics core team. So main Robonomics core team. This is providing decentralized sensors network. So there are lots of services coming on, and now it is only around 9 services. In future we can expect a more number of services will be built on this network, and if it is getting more projects, if it is getting more services to be listed on this, we can expect this can go up and up, because it's future project, guys. We are early into this project. That is more important. You have to be early in certain good projects before they pump. That is the main case. And if you see the Robonomics network and what they are delivering is huge in terms of future. If you are considering 2 to 3 years, it will be huge, and it will be having lots of services because of these smart cities. Once the smart cities are developed in almost all the countries, and smart cities they have implemented all these things in the smart cities, then the use of these networks will be high, and you can't expect this token at this price. So it's more important to have a project like this, and to be adopt these projects as early as possible. That's more important, guys. So this is all about the Robonomics project, and it is more important in terms of what they are delivering. And that's all for this video. We have discussed all about this MXC and Robonomics network, and it's all about future. Don't consider the in recent times. Don't expect the price to go up and up in recent times, because it is mainly on future. Once the use cases of these projects and once the demand for these projects becomes high, you can't get this much offer on these projects. So it's not a financial advice. Do your own research before investing in any of the projects I have explained in all the videos before, because it's all your responsibility in investing different stuff, in investing in projects. So that's all, guys, and hope you like this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button, and also subscribe to this channel in order to support this channel. I'll see you guys in another video of Crypto with CryptoKicks. Until then, signing off, CryptoMax. See you guys.